Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ready for This. I am your host, Eric Johnson, and joining me is a man that has everything to do with Red Dirt, 6 number 1 singles. This man is the hardest working man down there in the heart of Texas. I don't see Sexiest Man of the Year award, but we're going to self-proclaim it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, mic drop, it's Bart effing Crow. Woo!
What's up, brother? That was quite
How
the
you
intro.
doing,
Thank you.
fella?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Gotta love technology, but as far as that goes, big fan of you and man and what you do. When I say the hardest working man in Red Dirt, I tell you, you have epitomized it greatly. So my compliments to you, and of course, before we get started, thank you for your service to the country as well.
Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate all of the above.
Yes. So we start the show off, as always, with a lot of my guests. What are you doing right now at this very moment besides talking to little old me?
Man, playing music, being in a band, all I do is rock star stuff. So I just left the doctor's office, be getting plasma injections into my tendonitis, and now I'm sitting in the Lowe's parking lot about to go buy a new shower head. So pretty
Oh,
wild stuff, bro.
I was going to say married life at its finest. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They always think it's always the glitz and the glamour, but it's just like, we got lives too.
Yeah, man, it's just I'm no different than anybody else as far as during the week, except I have a little more spare time than the average bear. Uh, Not bragging about that. I feel useless a lot of times, but today is Aaron's day, and got some work to do around the house, and yeah, head out to shows tomorrow.
And how this is kind of the solid start for your summer. Then, am I correct?
Yes, sir. June's a little lighter than normal, and lighter than I really care for it to be. But then we're cranking up, and I'll be crying next month about like, oh, it's too much. But nah, I won't do that. I never do that. But yeah, the summer is officially starting for us tomorrow.
Well, and couldn't start it any better. I was taking a look at your schedule, and we were just talking a little bit briefly that Milligan, Nebraska is your very first Nebraska date so far, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And when you brought it up, I kind of got sad because we used to come to Nebraska a couple times a year. And man, would always have a blast. We would go, Lincoln, Omaha, North Platte, Kearney, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple places, but there felt like for a period of time, we had like another home in Nebraska. And then I think just through life and agency changes and touring schedules, and you miss booking it one time, then it gets pushed 6 months, and then you forget, it just happens, unfortunately, nature of the beast. But hopefully this will be like cracking the egg to get back and keep coming to Nebraska.
Have you always looked fondly of coming up here? I mean, for the most
Oh, a
part,
million
this is
percent.
South Dakota, right? This is kind of your farthest northern points.
Yeah. And funny you mentioned that because we've been working South Dakota the last couple years. But yeah, dude, we'd have a blast, man. Everybody, the fans and friends we've made up there, everybody seemed to have a good time and enjoy the music and give us some love. And I mean, hell, we wouldn't come back if they didn't.
Yeah.
So because if we're not wanted and they're like, yeah, we're good, we'd be like, okay, sorry, we'll tuck our tail and go back south. But no, it was always good. Always treated like family, the good family.
Yeah.
And it was always exciting to come up, especially, make the trek that far, just it makes sense to stay up there for a while and hit a couple hot spots. And it's always been fun. I love traveling, and we love coming to Nebraska. So it's kind of fallen by the wayside, unfortunately, but hopefully this will be, like I say, cracking the egg to get back and put it on the map.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to doing when you come into Nebraska that you probably haven't had in a while? I know everybody always goes, "Oh, you got to have a runza," but I mean, what's been your go-to whenever you come up to the state here?
Oh my heavens, bro. Well,
I know
I said we
definitely
have
wasn't.
a we have a really good time. So a lot of that in the past, I don't remember all the specifics and details. It
It's
gets
been a good
foggy.
time.
Yeah, because it was always a good time. Uh, No, man, I think for me, I just like being that far from home based on music. It's kind of one of those, I'm still a nerd about music. And it's like, I can't believe, my guitar and some dinky songs I wrote, somebody wants to hear it and we're this far from home. And so I think that's kind of where my brain goes to. And unfortunately, like I said, only getting to play Milligan this time. It'll be a kind of a quick trip for us. We're going to fly into Omaha, rent a car, go play the show. And then, unfortunately, due to scheduling, we're back out at, I think, our 6 a.m. flight the next day, as that Saturday morning. So,
Yeah.
got to get back down to Texas for another one. So, won't be a lot of time to gallivant, as we like to do. But
Well, and
just
I
knowing that we're
apologize.
back in Nebraska, hopefully that's the start of more.
Exactly, and I apologize. I'm not sporting. I got my what is it? The skull shirt. You're with the cowboy hat on there. I
Oh,
didn't
right
sport
on.
it today, knowing we were going to talk, but I will come Friday. But nevertheless,
Nice.
talking about what's been the latest. What's going on in the studio?
Oh man, supposed to get back in the studio, start a full length record in September. Right now, just write.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing. That's what I've been doing, and yeah, just trying to get, if you're gonna go in and cut 10 songs, I'd like to go in with 20 and whittle it down. So I only got 19 more to write. Should be good. I'm kidding, but we still have quite a few to write. But you know, I go through these phases because I forget, since I'm a dad, and I don't know, I sometimes forget I am a songwriter, so I should be writing all the time, but life just gets busy sometimes. So I go through phases, and then for me, let's just say I wrote 5 songs last year, and then I write 20 this year. Those 5 might get ditched because I'm like, oh, but I like this newer, unless there's something that sticks to me. But I'm always just trying to move to, just new stuff, new and new, which is funny because when we play the live show, we play a lot of the older stuff, but writing the songs, I'm the only audience. But when we're performing, you got a lot of people to think about and try to please everyone. So I don't know. Just I need to be more efficient writing songs with my time, but it is what it is.
But no, it's like it's really hard to get stuff organized when you got a full house there at home to tend to, and of course you got many different tracks you got to go through. I mean, what keeps Bart Crow grounded? I mean, mind, body, and spirit.
Oh man, my faith in God, number one. But I'm just a
Amen.
dad. When I'm at home, I'm a dad.
Yep.
So if anything, I think that's where I fall short utilizing the time when I am alone, because sometimes it's like, oh, I love this quietness. And then I try to do chores and anything I need to do, and then picking kids up. But like right now, summertime, and I just spend all my time with my boys. So yeah, I think family keeps me grounded. And I got a good group of friends that will ground your tail real quick. So uh, grounded is not hard to stay for me.
That's awesome to hear. I mean, keeping you focused and in line, and of course you got a great supporting staff there at home for while you're on the road. I mean, you've traveled all over the countryside down there. What are we looking forward to this season here with Bart Crow as he's kind of all over the place getting ready to?
Yeah, I think just more shows, more shows. This year is actually the 20th anniversary of my first record, so we're gonna do something special with that in the fall that I can't really give too much detail, but you will be in the loop whenever it all dominoes. So
Nice, nice. I
uh,
mean, it's
yeah,
having a chance to get back in the studio and whatnot. I mean, you know, with everything kind of coming about for you this year, and it's looking like it's going to be another solid year, hopefully for you. Knock on wood, of course. But uh, what is an idea that for a lot of fans to realize what's something that they're going to be able to experience that they haven't got to experience at a Bart Crow concert?
oh, that's a good. Well, for Nebraska, I've been sober for 16 months, so they'll experience that. um, um, no, man, I just think we're dialed. I'll be 50 in September, and so my whole attitude, mindset, and everything's the same. I mean, he changed completely, but the shows are the same. But I think we're dialed in a little more, and great players. Just focused more on less of a good time for us and more of a putting that energy to project good time for the audience. And I don't mean like we're not having fun, but just, dialing it back and realizing we have a job to do and trying to make everybody that's there spending their hard-earned money and getting some relief from their jobs and their day-to-day stresses and worries. It's kind of like taking on that idea that, like, hey, it's kind of my job to make everybody forget about everything for a couple hours. So I think we're probably more focused on that than I ever have been.
Well, honest to God, you're talented and beyond belief. You you will make sure and you will redeem us pretty dang well. I tell you that. Excited to see you come up here to Nebraska. Friday, June 12th, Milligan June Jubilee. Get your tickets now at MidwestTix.com. Are we going to be able to hear any new songs coming up here when you come up in a week or so?
Nothing new that hasn't been recorded, but yeah,
Okay.
we're playing two or three off of my latest EP. But
Okay.
yeah, I kind of yeah, we don't have anything that's unrecorded. We might slip that in later in the year when it gets closer to studio, just to toy with some songs.
Trying to,
One unreleased song, just to see
yeah.
how it feels, to have an idea, to how to shape it up in the studio. But no, man, everything's from the records. Like we try to, I mean, I even go as far, I've never done this, but in the last year or so, I've tried to go as far as even take a little peek at Spotify and see who's listening to what in what
Yeah.
areas so that we can be accommodating to the people who come out to the show.
Nice, nice. That is awesome. One last question for you. I know your time's precious, and I sure do appreciate the moment here with you. I know you've been a big supporter of veterans. I know you go out above and beyond to make sure and take care of those who need a little help as well. And I wanted to give some time. And is there talk about what you do to help out veterans? Is there a particular organization? Give a little moment here, a little shout out here before we say goodbye. Tell us a little bit about what you do for our veterans here in and around.
Man, I don't have any one organization that I'm married to. If I get any request or offer or anything like that to help any veteran organization, obviously that's jumping on that. Been doing a lot of work in the last year or so with a group out of Amarillo, Texas called Boom Adventures that helps veterans struggling from, anything, sky's the limit, or just veterans. Like they even took me, I thought I was a helper, and they even took me on a hunt. So they take veterans hunting and fishing, and they do wonderful things with children of veterans, a lot of hunting and fishing camps, things like that. Veterans Outdoors out of Georgetown, Texas, do a lot of work with them. And that's the primary two, but it's not, again, because I'm alienated myself to just those. Those are just the two that I guess I haven't worn out my welcome yet. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I try to do as much as I can to help my brothers and sisters out.
And God bless you. I mean, that's it's a tall task, but you're doing the most good. I mean, talented, talented beyond belief. I tell you what. Like I said, I just appreciate the time getting a chance to talk to you and picking your brain. Hopefully more. I love to sit down and talk to you
Yes,
longer, but I know your time's precious, and you got to make sure the wife's happy there before you leave town. So,
I
uh,
heard that.
lots of love, my friend. Bart Crow coming up here to the Milligan June Jubilee Friday, June 12th. Get your tickets now. This man is going to entertain your socks off. Appreciate it, my friend. Can't wait to talk
Hey,
to you
Eric,
again.
thank you for the time. Thank you for the time. Thanks for inviting me up, buddy. And thanks for the kind words. I am very grateful.
Hey, likewise, my friend. For Bart Crow, I'm Eric Johnson saying so long for now.